Hey guys, Kuzo here, back with another stream. Let me just grab some links here, like always, to shoot them up on the socials so people know that I'm live. You know how it goes. If it will, there we go. Going to the Paninstas first. Right down there, and boom. Now the tweeter twatters, boom, got them posted. What is going on, peoples? What's up, Atreyu? What's up, Geo? What's up, Atikosk? SC. What's up, No Sleep? What's up, Aiden? Aziz. What's up, Jordy? What is up, Sparky? What's up, Rain? What's up, Astra? What's up, Limits Draws? What's up, Shiny Arc 32? What's up, Recommender? Recommend Commander Bra X. What is up, everybody? What's up, King Green? So, what are we gonna do today? Probably some gaming. No, I'm kidding, obviously not gaming. We draw here, we draw. Okay, always draw something a little on this channel while people roll in. Let people roll in here. It's been a week since your last stream. Yes, it has been. It's also been, I believe, 8 days since my video, or 7. I was thinking about making a webtoon. Go for it. If you're a contemplator, I'd recommend just doing something that you're not too worried about. Game stream? No. Nah. I just got back from watching Bella, the anime movie. It was so good. That's awesome to hear. I saw advertisement for it. I didn't see the commercial. I just saw like poster for it, or someone said something about it and said it was kind of roughly inspired by Beauty and the Beast-ish, kind of. Maybe it's general themes. They're saying that. I don't know if it actually is from like the creator or something, but Bella Delphine. 8-hour stream? Nah, not today. I like your style. Thank you very much. We got 57 people in here. Good to see everybody rolling in. Actually, I won't have it show up on that side. Let's get some rough lines going here. Yeah, let's... Yo, what's up? Let's limit straws. Kuzo, what is the best drawing iPad for? You said iPad for or iPhone. I thought you said for iPad or iPhone. iPad Pro 2021. I don't know about iPhone. I mean, they're all like, you're gonna be drawing with your finger. Like, it doesn't matter unless they add Apple Pencil support. You're drawing with your finger, so that's not gonna matter. But if you're asking for the best iPad Pro, it depends on what you're going for. There's such thing as the best iPad Pro, and there's also such thing as the best for its price. I would say a lot of the iPad Pros are, they're pretty good. They're already pretty good. The only one I wouldn't recommend is getting the 2016 model. I think it's 10.5 or something like that. It's something like that, and that's the one I wouldn't recommend. But I mean, at this point, those ones aren't really that popular around. You could find a better one than that anyways. You would rather go for the one I'm going to be using today is the 2017 12.9 inch 256 gig, and it does great for me. I don't like how this is turning out. This kind of looks like poop. Don't like it. That's that one's still really good, unless you're like going for something like, I don't even want to say like super professional. So basically, you could easily get by with that iPad, and it's one of the cheaper ones because it's from 2017. You would probably have to get it refurbished, if anything. But at the end of the day, if you have like a heavy professional workflow, the 2021 or the 2020 versions, those do really well for like a heavy workflow. And I mean, here's the thing. The 2017 model would handle the heavy workflow. It just opens files a tiny bit slower, just a tiny bit. And it never really bothered me. But when I started using the 2021 model, it started to be like, I noticed the difference because I was opening massive files over and over again. I was opening them, saving them, sending them, and it just made things a tiny bit smoother. Not to mention the Apple Pencil is a super big perk for, I think it started at the 2019 model. I think it started with those where they have the clip-on pen pencil. That's nice. I like that a lot. It's very, very, very nice to charge compared to the other iPad Apple Pencil. But I do have to say the Apple Pencil battery is crazy good when it comes to the 2017 models. I may be wrong on this, but I believe that they turned down the battery amount. They put a smaller battery in the ones that clip on, because I noticed it lasts it doesn't last as long, and I think they did that specifically because the place you dock it is where it charges, so they can get away with that, So the 2017 one, the battery lasts quite a while. Hey, what's up, Scooter McBeater? With the super chat. Good to see you. Those Twitter notifications work a lot better than poop tubes. Starting to break through the mannequin stage of anatomy. I have a horrible time reading that word mannequin, but the mannequin stage of anatomy, that's really awesome. But my art is getting smudgy. Should I draw bigger or put more time into placement? You said smudgy? I think you can draw at whatever size you want. I think you should be able to learn how to draw it at small sizes and big sizes, but there's benefits to how small you draw things. If you're drawing it really small, it's better to get like general ideas out, and that's more like gesture stuff where you could be like this, you know, and you don't have to focus on detail. So and drawing with a bigger tip of a pencil when you're drawing small forces you to focus more on the actual pose instead of detailing, if you've ever had that problem with detailing. But learning how to do this big is also important too, because they're different types of strokes for different types of folks. No, I'm kidding. No, but the strokes feel different when it's bigger. So the muscle memory for the two are going to be a bit different. What's up, gang? Says Koshin. But once again, I always appreciate the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. We've got 87 people in. Good to see you. Yeah. When you said it should be focusing more on placement, generally, depending, doesn't matter if it's small or big, placement is a huge problem, because if you don't have placement down well, you're not going to be able to draw it very good, small or big. So placement is obviously that one of the like big parts that you should definitely practice. Placement and proportion. And proportion, a lot of people ask, how do I know what proportion to do? I don't, it's really hard. It's good to learn the general rules of what people like to say, 8 heads for a body length. But I've already shown on a stream before that that's not completely accurate, especially with anime characters. But it's good to know for those anime characters that have decently, like relatively realistic proportions, because there are characters that do have that. When it comes to the older characters, they have relatively correct proportions compared to if you draw an anime kid. So at that point, you'd be like, well, then what would I do? I'm in a stalemate. Well, sometimes you can go look at your favorite artist, and then actually, if you wanted to slightly break down, the head size per body. Sorry, there's a noise. Kind of like, I don't know if I have like a specific full body right now I could show you. I actually might have one on my iPad. Oh no, I think I deleted a bunch of files on here. Shoot. Because I wanted to have more room. I did. Dun dun dun. Alright, whatever. Okay. But let's take this guy for example. He's kind of a full body. He's standing there a little different. Okay, fine. I'll do a quick mannequin here. I'll do a quick mannequin of the general body shape I use. And this body shape is kind of like it's kind of like the body shape of a teenager, I would have to say. roughly. Like slight later teen, that's not too muscular. Not early teen, unless, depending on if you're Ichigo or not. Because Ichigo, okay, tell me if anyone knew that Ichigo was 14. Tell me if you knew that. Dude's got a stronger jawline than me. I always said that he was, I always said he was 14 going on 25. All right. So this is the general head size. Now let me see. Dude, your art style is so interesting and memorable. Love it. Thank you very much, FidZoom. Let's see if anyone you need to practice says, probably you're saying that to someone asking a question. Kuzo, I see your video practice drawing bodies, but when I draw a body, how can I make a full body without practice? Oh, the other person was probably replying back to that. It's impossible to do a full body without practice unless you're tracing. I mean, you could do it. It doesn't mean it's going to be correct. It's just like, it sounds like you're saying, where's the shortcut? There is no shortcut. You have to practice it. I did. He's jacked and looking in his 20s. Yeah, for real. Okay, so this is a quick breakdown here. So let's go over like this. Make sure we do a generalized same head shape here. And that's about technically the standing lines right here based on the perspective I did. But we could just do this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. This is what I mean right here. You have to do it based. So, by the way, for those of you who came in, we're talking about proportion right now. So proportion is extremely important to make things not look out of whack. And basically, if you want to find good proportions, you have to kind of find the ones that fit for you and specific characters. Because I guarantee this chick here is gonna have more heads on her body than this character, just because her head is a little bit smaller and she's a bit more jacked. So it really depends. So you might want to go and try to look at some of your favorite artists and kind of see. And even if it's not a full body, and let's say it's cut off right here, you could be like, okay, so this is the size of the head. Let's go down like this. That means size of the head here, size of the head here. So we're looking at 3 down to the hips. So these are the general things you want to look for. There's also really general things where, see, my hand is right here, and hands generally, depending on what kind of character you're making, generally, if their hands are straight and their arms are straight all the way down and they're standing up straight, the hands go to the middle of the thighs, roughly, just about to the middle of the thighs. And that's a good proportion to kind of remember as well for when they're standing there. Basically, you got to find the relationship of everything to each other, and it takes some time, but you'll get it. Man, we've just been sitting here drawing this guy, and it's been like 19 minutes. Give them some tribal marks of some sort. You're like a Super Saiyan thing, I guess. Hey. Why not? Boom, Shukalaka. All right. Who is your favorite artist? I don't know. I have a lot. Kishimoto is one of my favorite artists. Kohei Horikoshi is really good. Yusuke Murata, you know, pretty much all the people you would you would think the general public likes. I do like. I also like Tite Kubo's art a lot. All right, let's go and do something else. Ah, my toe. Okie dokie. When I draw the body practice, how can I make it full body without practice? Wait, is this the same comment? You can't do it without practice. You gotta practice. The frustration when Kuza missed my text, I miss this. Thirds always see mine because it's so quiet in chat. I saw that one. This chat's more lively than I can't find one. Bro, I finally got to see the stream. It's always wrong timing when you're streaming. Well, I got 3 of your comments. Neggy Blue. Yeah, sorry if I miss anyone's comments. Sometimes, you know, I'm just sitting here and then I try to read like the bottom 4 or 5. And then sometimes I try to go up and see some. I'll still get to that level. See, also some people are talking to each other and sometimes I don't know if that's going on. But got 144 people in here. Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming in. What's up, Dark Artist 23? You know, you and Third remind me of Kishimoto and Kubo Tite. Nah, not yet. I'm not that good. Neither of us. I'm sure Third would agree. Then again, what is being good but such a subjective idea in art? No, there is, I believe there is actually being good and it's acquiring that full-on knowledge to be able to draw specific things and draw them correctly or stylized even correctly. What's the first anime you've ever watched? Was Dragon Ball Z. Working on my manga. That's awesome to hear. Shiny Arc 32. If you want to scroll up a bit, I also had a question. Quick question. I struggle on coming up with poses. What did you end up doing to get better at coming up with poses? Just practice and timed gesture drawing or something? So yes, gesture is one thing to get you to get used to the flow of poses. As for just being able to draw poses, I heard an artist one time say, if you say you don't know what to draw, it means you have the lack of knowledge to be able to draw the things that you would even want to draw, or else you would be able to draw anything. If you don't have, that's the thing. It's not that you don't know what to draw, because you could draw a person standing there. You could draw a person standing there with their arm up. You could draw them doing this, if you know how to draw it. So basically what yes, you want to do gesture, you want to learn the anatomy, because you can always start from somewhere, and you could even start with something as simple as, let's just say the body is like this right here. This is the torso. I like starting with the torso sometimes. A lot of the time I start with the head, but let's put the neck there. Now, let's say we just take the arms and we decide to just make someone just regular standing there. One, we just drew a pose, and this is good practice, because guess what? Even though I can draw it, I can always draw this faster. So it's always that thing of thinking that you need to be able to draw something brand new. Well, here's the other thing. Okay, if I don't know what pose to draw, typically what I will do, or I just don't know what to draw, like in general, like there's kind of a lack of inspiration there or something, or maybe I just don't have the knowledge to be able to draw certain things I might want to draw, I will go and I'll do studies. And you learn from doing studies of things that you were actually afraid of doing. Now, okay, I didn't actually have to do the whole person standing there, because I was going to say, now you could actually take this and then do something like this instead. Maybe they're looking at their hand. I don't know. This is getting you in the act of moving the character. Or I could have taken the character and, yeah, you get the idea. Basically, I'm moving them around like a puppet. Or have him doing something like, of course, yes, doing specific emotional things. You're going to want to move specific parts of the body in accordance to that, so you can't just do everything puppet-wise. But I'm saying this kind of gets your brain working a little bit. So let's say he's holding his head like, ugh, what did I do? But of course, the rest of his body does not match that. So sometimes this is fun to do with just a half body thing. Because if I were to have to change it for that, push the gesture, pull this down, take arm, pull arm down that way, get that there, hand, there, boom, 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 shaboom, boom, standing there, and he's like, oh my gosh, what did I do? See, now that's a good example of not being able to do everything to its fullest ability unless you move lots of body parts. Hey, what's up, Pillow Head? Every time I see your drawings, I can't stop seeing Nux's face. Oh boy. Do you time your studies? I don't. I should try doing something like that. But with what I have been working on, I technically have to time what I'm doing, and a lot of the time I'll have something off to the side, and I try to absorb secondary information that's not related to exactly what I'm drawing, and I feel like it helps me. It does help me. All right, trying to get some inspiration for some clothing for this person, because I could just come up with something super normal, but I'm trying to come up with something just a little different. Yeah, okay, I see someone with a kind of like a sash or something you would call it, going one direction across their chest. I think I might do that. And I'll try not to get too attached to the body, so I can just do this and draw over it. Because I get way too attached to these bodies when I draw them. I'm like, ooh, I actually like that. I don't want to erase it. By the way, the person who said that, I don't know if they about the it's you if you don't know what to draw, it's a lack of knowledge on how to draw. Um, I don't know if he quoted it from someone, but the artist was Anthony Jones who said that, and he's way better than me. So he draws like monsters and stuff, but he is next level because he doesn't just draw like really good monsters. He draws them, he paints them in like so fast. He can do a 10-minute painting that looks better than I could do in like 3 hours. Crazy. At what age did I start studying art? Yeah, there is a big distinction between studying art and just kind of drawing. And basically, a lot of artists, what they call that is getting serious. That's what a lot of artists like to call that stage for them. And the time I started really getting serious, well, I thought I was serious, was around the age 19. I didn't actually start understanding what to do to study art and stop being ignorant and stubborn until I was about 24, 25. So that's why I try to tell all you guys the hard stuff to do, because it's what makes great artists. It's what makes you be able to understand what you want to draw. It's the building blocks to understanding what exactly what you want to be able to draw cool things, almost anything, that type of stuff. So how much time we have? 34 minutes, that's all? Really? Why aren't I verified? I don't know. I don't really care either. You know what verification does? Verification can actually, like, if you're a publicly verified, you're a verified public figure, because that's what it means, you can be liable, like legally liable for certain things you actually say on the internet. It's kind of a weird law you may not. I heard about it. I was like, what? But either way, I don't really care if I'm verified or not. Because you can actually, there's a certain level of which you can actually go and get verified on Instagram. You can ask them to verify you at a certain level of how many people you have, and they'll verify you. And I'm way past that threshold, and I think that's kind of I don't really care. I mean, it's a cool thing to see, a little check mark, but if I ever get the chance to, of course, I'll be like, yeah, sure. I don't think I'll do it on Instagram though. On here though, yeah, that's cool. It gives your account a little bit notoriety. I feel like on Instagram it doesn't matter as much, because if someone looks at your stuff and it's just really good, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I see. I understand. Working on my manga while watching. Awesome to hear, Pillow Head. Got a super chat. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. When drawing humans and backgrounds simultaneously in manga, how do you scale it to make sure it doesn't overlap properly? I think you're talking about like scaling humans so that way, like for example, if you draw a human or a background and you thought you drew it in the perspective you want, then you go draw the human and they're not to scale, and you're like, oh, but I wanted them to be closer than that, and you have to, oh goodness, you have to really, it's trial and error. You're gonna have to do a lot of it, and I only say it like that, and it's like, oh great, I just have to do a lot of it. It's also relation. So if you draw a background, this, and we want the person to be closer, right? Like this, right? Standing here, doing their thing. Now, what is going to be around? I don't need to make this look super good. Anyways, basically what I'm trying to get at here is relation. If you're drawing a door over here, you might just draw a door based on what you think the size should be. Now, you're going to want to go, by the way, the people who jumped in, we got 177 people in here. Right now I'm trying to show what I kind of do to generally feel the sizing of what you want to, how you put a person in and not make everything else feel too big or too small around them. So you're going to want to generally look off to the side and say how big, if there's doors, a door is going to be a little taller than him if there's a door next to him. And I'm just using this as a relation if we're drawing a door down here. Now, if the door's roughly about this size, now if this was full body, you would want to make sure that the person's technically standing in front of the door, but I don't know if this is specifically correct. In fact, I don't think it is completely correct. I think the door would be closer, like over here. And now we're going based on the perspective. Now, if we go down like this, I drew this very light line going down, because if you got the scale of this door correct, you could draw a door down here and it will be correct to scale, as long as you have these two things. And this also goes with people. So if there's a person directly behind him but further down, follow the top of the head like this, and then you can draw a head down and follow it like this from the jaw. And now I draw a head in that size range, and now I got an accurate size range for that human being that would be the exact same size or height as this character, but in that distance. Now, if you followed this line even further back, you could do the same thing someone even further back. This is kind of a bad example because they're so close together, but it's the same thing with following the horizon line like this. Now, if you drew a bunch of circles in these here, here, that means all these circles are the same size, but relative to the perspective you're looking at it in. So now I could technically make all of these into heads that would be the same size, just in different placements of the perspective. Hey, what is up, Spider-Man? Or Spider. And thanks, says Deuce22? Is that what it is? He has a video on it, must be talking to someone else. Sparky. Can anyone give tips? You're probably talking about something you just said. I've been trying to get serious for the past year. I've practiced, but by the way, just want to say thank you very much for that super chat there. Ambazani IDK. I don't know if I actually said your name, but that was the whole perspective thing. That you're kind of, you didn't ask about perspective, but you asked about like backgrounds, but that's how I kind of place it. Someone says thumbnailing is important too. Thumbnailing is important. Can you draw? I'm not sure what is going on. Add down here. Hey, what's up, Christine Adams? How you show movement in a clavicle and shoulders in perspective. Sadly, I don't know exactly what a clavicle is. But you might want to try looking that up on like clavicle movement or something like that. I should probably get drawing here. Let me look it up. Clavicle. Just so I. Oh, the collarbone? Is that what we're talking about? Because that's what the clavicle is. It's saying it's your collarbone here. Well, if you're moving your shoulder, it moves with it. So that's exactly why. Let's say this is your neck and your shoulders, and your arms are just chilling there on the side, you know. But if one were to move up like this is my clavicle movement, technically. Now. But I'm keeping my head straight instead because that's what I would. I'm just doing my neck straight. I'm keeping the head straight, but the neck's staying straight when this happens. Now the arm's moving up, so I changed the trajectory of that line, which I consider my line for the clavicle or collarbone, and yeah, cause and effect. You tilt one side, tilt the other, and boom, balance. When that happens, typically you see the person standing more heavily on the opposite side that's going up, and then, wait, I think it's the other way around, right? No, standing more heavily on this, yeah, standing more heavily, it goes up like this, turns like that, stands heavy on this leg, and the other leg kind of limps out. You can not do this, you can just do it while they're just standing there regularly, but it doesn't look as natural. And the way I did it here still feels a little off. Out of all your characters you made, which is your favorite? Which one you are the most you're probably saying attracted to, or I like the most. I would have to say I really enjoy Owen. I really do enjoy Owen, but I have to say some of my favorite characters were that I drew were this guy. It's probably one of my favorite. I actually really like this guy and his weapons. And then this guy, I'm also pretty proud of this guy too. Alright, So we're at 45 minutes. Hey, we got 195 people in here. Good to see everybody. We got 198 likes. That doesn't seem right. What's going on, guys? You call it bike handle? Oh. The clavicles are the collarbones, yeah. How are you, Kuzo, says Andrea Troy. I am doing good. So I've been working since around 8 this morning. And then I had to go out for like an hour. But I've been actually working on the project I've been telling you guys. So, yeah. Got quite a bit done today. Not as much as I would like, but I got an alright amount done. We're just gonna like come in here and just go for it, you know what I'm saying here? I'm not too worried about it. This guy's not gonna get done otherwise. And I'm not trying to necessarily get him done, but because I kind of want to move on to my inking stage. Not for this, but for the other illustration we were actually working on in the other stream. I haven't had a chance to actually do much on it. Much as in, like, pretty much nothing. So my brain is pretty fried right now. Yeah, but it was productive in the way that answered a lot of questions. Yep. Alright, well, good enough for me, eh? Let's do a tiny little, like, shadow here. Voila. My manga gonna be steampunk? No. No. Not particularly, no. No. I will say that. Awesome, Kuza. I will always be amazed. Thank you very much, Coffee Cup. Nice name. Reminded me I had coffee over here. Okay. Spent way too much time on this stuff, but we also did do that one. Anyways, let's move on. We are getting the... Why is my Clip Studio not on the bottom bar over here? That's odd. Alright, we are back with this. Voila. Boom shikalaka. I do not have my glove. Which means we're going to go gloveless. Okay, this might actually be a bad idea. Because the glove actually helps your hand move on the screen. Do I need this piece of paper? Alright, well. Say it's good enough, eh? We could also just see if it works without it. Because I might be able to... Man, these vibrations I'm getting. I think we'll be okay. It's not going to be a problem unless I'm doing like a really long line. Like how I said, that was like a really long line. Like, yeah. Did you study art at a university? I have not. Can you show me how you do your hands? I do this. And then it's essentially this shape. And then from there, we have a piece that comes off like that, piece that comes off like that. It's more like a wedge here. And that's the thumb, essentially. If you were to go directly from the front, it would be more so like this, and then you would see this come off like this. That's kind of what we're looking at here. But I decided to do it in a weird perspective. Why? I don't know. Do that. Basically, I learned the placement of the fingers on this hand shape I have right here. And like down here. So if we were to go like this, we go boom, 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 boom. From there, you have to know how long is the pinky, how long is the ring finger, how long is the middle finger, and how long is the pointer finger. Now, you want to know that basically you're looking at a shape like this for it all. And on top of that, you got to remember that it's broken down into 3 sections for every single one of those fingers except for the thumb. Thumb, kind of. It's a wedge in 2 sections. That means within these sections, you might have a little bit of a bulge, which is why you see me doing this sometimes. And that is the key to Hansel. I'm gonna grab some food for a sec. Alright, see you later. Niggy blue. Can I just say how much you encouraged me, bro? For real? Well, thank you very much, Bill. I'm glad I've helped you out. We got 177 people, and oh my gosh, the likes changed after I mentioned the disparity in likes. Yeah, thank you very much for liking the video. I appreciate it, because liking the video does help push it out in the algorithm. So, Kuzo in a gloveless marriage. Yeah. Nice drawing. Thank you very much, Joel. Wait, says Juicy. No. I know, you're probably saying it's something else. Same face syndrome tips. Ratio. You're going to want to learn faces. It's actually not as hard as you would think. You just go to a face that's different than yours and try to figure out the ratios of that face. You go to the face, try to find out what everything is compared to yours and how it's different. How big are the eyes? You know, what's the placement of the eyes? How far is it from the nose? How far is the nose from the mouth? Everything like that. How big is this chin part compared to this middle part here? And that's important because if the chin is bigger, you'll find that the dome of the top of the head is also slightly big or smaller. Dome of the head is typically slightly smaller. I went to make it bigger. It's typically smaller because we then do this and it makes them more of an adult looking head. It's all about ratios with learning how to draw different faces. Now, what size are the eyes? What does it look like? There are a bunch of different types of eyes, you know? So, yeah. I remember someone one time said I have same face syndrome. I was like, nah, I choose the faces I want to draw. And a lot of them typically are similar. It's like, I know how to draw different faces. But that's why that person was not worth commenting back to. Because you're either not on the level to know, or you're ignorant about who you're talking to, or you're not on the level to know. So it's not worth it. Plus, who goes off and says that to people? So it's kind of like, oh, all right, dude. People are hilarious. By the way, this is going just fine without a glove right now. Their palm rejection freaking tech here is crazy. Yeah, let's do one on the inside too, actually. Over here. Well, no, I could still do that. Let's do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, this. How about some of that? Ooh, what, and some of that, and that, and what the heck just happened? Ink the pants there. Done. Do another one of these. Another one, as one might say. What is this pouch connected to? Nothing. I'm just having fun with this character design. Alright? Don't judge me. Alright. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go this direction now. Pop up. Grab eraser. Erase a little bit. Pop back. Go down. Over. And over. Add some 3D to it. Add some 3D to it. And let's go ahead and pull it over further. And let's do this. And you're not going to see it on the other side, but maybe I'll do this too, just for a little bit more action. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I was trying to see if I want to do something extra on there, but I'm not sure. Let's do it. I was going to have some little things hanging down here. Is it following? Yeah, okay, it is. Man, inking and streaming is so much easier than coming up with something. How do you use perspective guidelines in drawing non-organic and dynamic figures? That's a hard one because it's basically you've gained enough knowledge to feel it out. That's the really honest answer. You can measure stuff out, you could, but like, I'm no mathematician. Can you draw Hanako? Not right now. Pictures and taking artists' liberties, or just lazy? Is A1 pictures then take? I have no idea. Line art is so cool. WTF? It's so satisfying to watch. Well, thank you very much, Will Computer. Bro, I want to draw and listen to music and practice on Pinterest, but I want to watch at the same time. This sucks. Well, I'm sorry. No sleep. I'll be leaving soon. Jeez. Hey, Kuzo, what do you suggest beginners learn first? After you inspired me, I'm trying to study the face, and then I plan to move on to more body anatomy-based things. I say, one, try to have fun with drawing. So if you want to learn, if you like faces, faces are the things people draw most, unless you're a landscape artist. But most people here are probably draw some sort of anime style. So faces are the things most people draw. You're going to want to learn how to draw faces. Best way to do that is look at proportion. Also, maybe some, I wouldn't say they're called shortcuts, but little tips and tricks. Not shortcuts, tricks, to help you kind of remember that stuff where, how people draw like a circle and then show you a specific part of the circle, draw a line and then draw a cross for the eyes, that type of stuff. You go into that for the head and stuff. You want to learn more about the head, learn how to draw a skull from there. That's why I'm not telling you to go draw a skull right now, though it can help you. And the only reason why I mentioned drawing the skull is because once you're at a certain level, you're going to want to learn how to draw the basic version of a skull here, because you're going to be looking at something like this, and it's going to be able to help you understand why you draw what you're drawing. It will help you understand to a deeper level, so it really really helps in that regard, because I learned how to break down the skull into a very simple structure, such as like rectangular prisms, basically just rectangles in perspective, but rectangles are technically the term for like the 2D version of it. I don't want to sound too like I hate saying stuff like that, but it allows you to understand why you're doing what you're doing, and it allows you to take this type of figure, and even from there you go ahead and take this. I'm doing this backwards for you, but if I were to have broken this down into an even simpler form, such as, this is why I recommend learning perspective, even a more simple form in perspective like this, but you learn how to break down the skull into a very simple form, such as the square, a wedge, and this shape. Now, if you know how to put these simple shapes in perspective, you essentially know how to then go from this, which if you learn how to draw this stuff in perspective, you'd be able to go from this, or this in a different perspective, and then you can learn how to put all these things onto it. A little bit more complicated shapes, but it's the first step to understanding how to draw it in any perspective. There you go. So let's just go like this then. Boom, boom, Just that. Lay on top of that. To this. On top of Zato. And voila. Because I've been having a hard time with male torso to the point where I don't want to draw anymore. I was really good at it until I didn't feel them move. Didn't feel the movement of the body anymore. How can I fix this issue? Sounds like you're talking about the whole body when you're talking about that. Just because you're good at drawing the torso doesn't mean you have to study each part of the body somewhat individually. If you lost the feeling of being able to draw the torso good, that means you might want to take a step back. Anytime you're having a hard time, you might want to take a step back, look at the fundamentals of what you're trying to draw. That's a huge thing for me. When you're having a hard time, sometimes you're taking a big leap that you may not be ready for. And even if you're not ready for it, it doesn't mean, or even if you are ready for it, it doesn't mean it comes to you right away. So you're talking about movement versus a torso, because movement of the whole body is very intricate with balance, the way things balance out when people stand certain ways. Don't get too discouraged. Basically, the path to greatness is only through dedication and determination, not by inspiration. Have you ever considered becoming a formal art teacher? Not currently. Maybe when I know more. Yes, I have stuff to offer, but I don't feel like I have enough to offer for me to want to go into a class and teach a bunch of kids. But yeah, okay, let's move on. I don't know why I talk like that. Okay. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And how are we looking here? Anything else I want to add? Not really. I think this is about it. Maybe add that on the other side. But other than that, maybe a little nipple here, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, not nipple, man area. That is not a bad thing on YouTube in any way, YouTube. Please, God. Do not strike me down where I stand. Time to start the coloring. All right, let's go. Sorry, the coffee has gotten to me. I've drank a lot of coffee today. Like I said, if you guys want to know my schedule today, I woke up at about 6:30. I did a lot of cleaning. Oh crap, I actually need to finish inking this part. I did a lot of cleaning of my desk. It actually took me a while. I did a lot of cleaning of my kitchen, and I didn't get to work until 8. And get to work on the project that I've been telling you guys. I haven't been telling you about, but I've been telling you I'm working on. Yeah, and then I didn't get to work on it until about 8. And then I worked on it from 8 until about 4 solid. Went somewhere, came back, worked on it some more. And yeah. But don't let that 4 hours deceive you. That was I went really hard during that 4 hours. Very, very hard. Okay, we have this down here. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go up here. I'm gonna go back down here. And boom, 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 shaboom. Yeah, let's go darker. Let's go darker. Oh, yeah, okay. Nope. There we go. And let's go in and clean this up real quick. That is wrong. Clear. And does it look good? No, not yet. Clear. And no. All right, well, that works out. Can I see the rough draft? You're probably talking about this. Yes, you can see the rough draft. Okay, I could have just showed you on there, but it is actually right here. Maybe you like to see it in actual pencil. This is the rough draft. And I did this on my last stream. If you missed it, I actually did that one on my last stream. So if you want to watch it, it is the last video here. We got 190 people in here. That's crazy, guys. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see everyone here, like always, man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's start with skin color, I guess. Does it? Am I gonna? All right. Well, let's go ahead and just select like this for now. Yeah. Did it? Okay, no, it didn't go past that. All right. Technically, they're not. That's not skin. That's okay, that's that. And we'll fill in anything we miss here. Okay, since I don't want to, I always keep this out or in when we. No, I think this is okay. If I do, no, I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna move this up actually, so you guys can actually see my color wheel as I'm moving it. By the way, that colors may not look completely accurate to you guys because of the filter I have up, but I'll look up here and see how accurate it looks for you guys. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's decently accurate. It's a little light on for you guys, but it's decently accurate. Huh. All right. Well, I got most of the skin color there. I don't care if I actually. I'm gonna go with this G pen. I actually don't care if I cover the inside of the eyes because I always do my layers in a way where I do it the same every time now. And I know where I put everything. And the whites are always above the skin. Alright, so what do I want to do with these colors? Maybe like this be like a bright red? Or go green? Like, I could always do something really basic with this, or I could go a little different. This is where I always get lost with colors. Ooh, my leg. Turquoise and red, maybe? Turquoise and red? Let's see. So I'm saying turquoise and red as in do the pants turquoise, like almost turquoise color. I might not like this, by the way. This is me just testing things out. Ooh, I don't know about this. We'll see as we move along. I might brighten this up. By the way, I do not think I'm going to. Oh, all right. You want to play it that way? I'll come and I'll manually erase you. Boom. Okay. Not my favorite color right now. Actually, kind of looks better on the screen. Let's see what it looks like against I could even go red, orange, more purple. I could go. Let's go red. Let's go red. Let's just see what it looks like with the red. Well, I can always saturate these more, which I probably will. I'm big on saturating things. Alright, there we go. Don't look bad. We can always play with these. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll put these as well. Or I could take those and I can make them like a blue. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. I don't know. Like I said, I until I choose the colors, it's always a little weird for me. I could always do primary colors, and it always feels decent. You have class and min. Drawing example of zombie robot. Kuzu, is there anything you like drawing? For example, zombies, robots, monsters. I don't know. Characters kind of like this fantasy stuff. Weird sounds here. How beginners practice because you always do practice video, but you always do pose or anatomy. Should beginners also do that? Well, practice doesn't specifically mean... Practice is very broad. That's my practice. If someone wanted to do the same thing and eventually get the idea of how I'm doing those poses with those general anatomy shapes that I use, which I do a lot in these types of videos, or not just this video, but like other videos on my main YouTube channel, they can go along with that. It depends on what you're practicing. If you're talking about what you should practice first or what you should practice at your level, those are two very different questions. You kind of have to ask yourself what level you're at. And you don't, not just what level you're at, but also specifically if there's something that you know you're not good at, you should probably practice it. Hello from Brazil, says Johnny Santos. I do not know language going on. But yeah. I did imagine his hair basically being black. I don't know if I like this color, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this color. Let's see if I go down to a blue and try to make it like darker or something. Let's go here, grab it, hold, boom. What if I go further blue and just go more blue? See, that's a very standard thing. See, I don't mind that. Like, it's super standard though. That's why I was like, should I do that? It's super like normal. And if I wanted to, I could do something either like this. This is just a little test thing here. I could, I'm not actually gonna do this on the same layer. I can make these yellow if I wanted to, or I could stay with the theme and make them this blue color. It might be good to stay with the same theme. We'll see. Then if we're doing red, maybe go purple with either purple, maybe a purple for the markings, or I could do something dark. Could always do something about dark red, but I think that's about all for today. It was a super fun stream. We hit 200 a few times, so that was cool. But yeah, in any case, that was super fun. I'll definitely see you guys in the next stream and the next YouTube video that I have brainstormed it and I'm probably going to be doing. pretty soon here. I gotta kind of get back into the groove of what people are doing nowadays for YouTube videos and also do a little bit of my own, but a little bit of what they like. But in any case, this is super fun. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you everyone for joining. This is one of the bigger streams we had, so that's always awesome to see. And see you guys in the next one. And yeah, going for